Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. Kris Bryant, one of the league's top power hitters, looks to gain ground in the home run race. Next. Adam Wainwright, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, he wasn't particularly good in his last one. If you look at the line score, he only lasted 4 innings, took the loss. He'll really be hoping to turn in a much better performance in this one.
Into the box is leadoff man Jason Hayward, and we are ready for baseball.
The right fielder,
Now time granted here at the plate as he'll step out of the box. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
first pitch, 115.
Here comes the 0-1. Ball one. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
You could say that again, man. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Make sure you don't step in a poodle. I think it's time to get the grounds crew out.
Grounded to the right. A dive, and he knocks it down. And there is some stick-to-itiveness as they still manage to get the out at first. What a play. Digging in next will be Kris Bryant. The squad has put together a strong year, and his home run production has certainly been a big part of it.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's been the bright spot for this team. Anytime in a big spot they've needed a big knock, he has seemed to be the guy, and rightfully so. As we get down to tight games at the end of the season, his offensive production has got to continue, and he's fighting for a home run title.
So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Woody Keller.
Woody Keller, this is my nightmare. He likes to call the pitch above the zone, above the belt. I know guys say those are the pitches that go deep, but I'm telling you, if you're calling that high strike, it opens up a lot of room for the pitcher.
I agree with you, D-Roll. That's a tough pitch to get on top of and to put it in play. So if you're a pitcher right now, try to elevate in that top part of that strike zone.
3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
3-1 to the Cubs left fielder. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with 1 away.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up, or he can really hurt you.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He enters play in the hunt for the league's home run crown, but he'll have some work to do down the stretch. First delivery to him on the way. Turned on down the line. One and one, the count to the Cubs' first baseman.
1-1.
Bryant, base runner at first with 1 out. And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
The 3-1. Little back to the mound. To second for one. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn two, and it gets him out of the inning. A good first inning of work for Adam Wainwright. It's the Cubs nothing. Cards coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Kyle Hendricks is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Kyle Hendricks is not one of these overpowering guys. He reminds me of Greg Maddux. He's 88 to 91 with really good sink, great straight changeup, and has the slurve. Not a true curveball, not a true slider. The key to Kyle Hendricks, inducing early contact. The more pitches that hitters see, the better chance they have to hit on him. If Kyle Hendricks is on, you'll know early he'll be getting a lot of quick outs.
And now the third baseman sneaks into position to cover a potential drag bunt. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit to short. Baez fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, they really need Paul Goldschmidt to snap out of the funk he's been in. He went 0 for 3 last game. No big deal, only 3 ABs, but it was the way in which he looked going about those ABs. He didn't have a good look to him at all. We'll see if he can bounce back in this one.
And a step off. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. Line drive to left. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he'll pull into second with one away.
Batting first, no outfielder,
The next to bat for St. Louis, Tyler O'Neill. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. The outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. Here comes the first pitch. In the dirt here, and no advance. It's ball one. Looks like the corner infielders are guarding the lines now, trying to prevent anything from getting by them for extra bases. And this one's on the inside corner, 1-1. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty D. And you know one thing you don't want to do here, D-Row, you've been on some good teams, not to lose focus at this point of the year, to keep the big picture in sight, because there is a postseason lurking, and it's so easy to get ahead of yourselves and not take the rest of the schedule serious.
I think the nice thing for this team is that they won the division. They will, for whatever happens, get a 5-game series. It's not that 1-game wild card, win or go home. This team can prepare themselves to battle and try and win 3 out of 5.
batting first, the center fielder, Hendricks.
So a runner in scoring position with 2 men gone, and in to bat next, one of the fastest players in all of baseball, Harrison Bader. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
No ball, 1 strike.
2 out here and a runner at second. can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Swing and a miss got him reaching. Contreras gathers, and that ends the inning. Cards leave one. We are still scoreless. Second inning coming up in St. Louis, and with a little bit more on the weather forecast, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I am hearing that heavier rain is expected to pass through the ball later in the game. The umpiring crew would, of course, like to get this one in uninterrupted, but it is possible that we could be looking at some sort of a delay if they determine the weather is impacting the play on the field.
All right, Heidi, thanks. We'll hope for the best, of course, but guys, you have to assume these players are probably going to be impacted by this weather at least a little.
Yeah, Matty, 100% it's going to be bothersome. They're going to have to watch their spikes. They're going to have to maybe gather themselves to get that extra grip on the baseball. But from a position player standpoint, you just can't lose focus. Starting pitchers are the ones that are going to have the most problems with it.
Gone to lead off the inning. A solo home run there for Javi Baez, and even 30 home runs on the year, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
Yeah, it's a long season with a lot of peaks and valleys, but he's getting hot here in September. That bodes well for him and his team as things crank up in October. We'll see if he can stay hot when it matters the most.
Standing in now, Greg Deichmann. As he'll take a look at ball one.
1 ball, no strike.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. O'Neill waits on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, number
The St. Louis Cardinals attack you on defense in this fashion. And I'm locking in today on outfielder Tyler O'Neill for one reason, people. This guy is absolutely jacked. I mean, probably the most shredded guy in the game, light tower power, and offers his manager some versatility in the outfield as well.
At the plate, David Bodie. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. 261 the average coming into action here. 18 homers and 41 RBIs. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one.
Great pitch right there. That is a huge breaking ball. Not shocked he took it. Got to calibrate that one for a second.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. O'Neill waits on it. He's got it, and there are two down now.
batting seventh, the catcher, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. His career line against Wainwright, he's totaled 4 hits in 19 tries. He's taken him deep once. First pitch on its way. Couldn't hold up on the curveball there as he went around for strike one. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Contreras swings, and this is well hit to left. A leap, but he won't get it. It's off the wall. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Man, they already hit one home run, and I thought they had a second one right there. Not quite enough behind it, though, as it banged off the wall for a double. He's giving up a fair amount of solid contact right now.
Stepping in now, Sergio Alcantara, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Comes set, the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. And a curveball swung on and missed, and a great call there as the inning is over. Cubs are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1-0 Chicago. At the plate, Juan Yepes, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. First pitch of the at-bat. In there, and it's 0-1.
Hey, a changeup can be a pretty good pitch on the first pitch. Kind of slow down a good fastball hitter.
Hit to third. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, one away.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays. Mix in a few flashy ones. And day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
In now, Lars Nootbaar. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one. Nootbaar, a California-born ball player. He was an 8th round selection during the first-year player draft of 2018.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Outside, 2-1.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
3-1 to him now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And this will be nowhere close as his control deserts him here. It's a 5-pitch walk. So one gone in the inning here with a runner at first. And here now is the catcher, Yadier Molina. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And this one gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Now the 0-1. Swing and a ground ball to third. Throw gets him 2 down.
Batting it, the second baseman.
So striding forward now, Matt Carpenter, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Infield shifts now. They'll overload to the right with the shortstop on the other side of the second base bag. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. 2-1 after the foul ball there. Two and two. And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. He's set. The 2-2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. One left for the Cardinals. They trail this one 1-0. Top of the third set to get underway, and set to stand in as the veteran pitcher, Kyle Hendricks. First pitch coming from Wainwright.
That's a tough curveball right there to stay into as a lefty hitter. That ball looks like it's almost going to hit you, and it breaks over the inside half of the plate.
The windup and the 0-1.
Ball, go.
Did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
1 strike.
Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter. The lefty Jason Hayward waits in the on-deck circle. The 3-1. He is in there for a full count now, 3-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The payoff pitch one more time. Oh, and now look at this. The pitcher gives one a ride to deep left, but that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
It's not exactly Fenway Park out there in left field, but a ball off the wall is not a gimme double here either. So even though he almost drove it out of the ballpark, it was well played off the carom. They got it in quickly, and he might consider himself lucky to beat that throw into second base.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 0-1 delivery. That just misses off the inside for ball 1. No one out with a runner at second. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Popped him up. Yepes in foul ground. 1 away.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
He's set. Here it comes. Chris Bryant will stand in for the second time as he watches one miss low. It's a ball and no strikes. Great curveball there. Really fooled him with that one. lays off for a ball, 2-1.
Hey, struggling to find the release point of that curveball. That wasn't a very good one. Somehow he's just got to find that feel because that's a pitch he's going to need going forward.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for route number 2. Digging in to try it again, Anthony Rizzo. Decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Hasn't seen a heater yet in this at bat. One might be coming right here.
Comes back with a fastball low, and that moves it to 3-1 now.
Not a good spot to be in right now. A pitcher's fallen behind in a count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Javier.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Javier Baez. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. From the belt, kicks and deals. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
Cubs shortstop with a 3-1 count.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
2 down, runners at first and second. And he misses again, ball 4, and that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
Well, it's obvious he wanted absolutely no part of the 3 or 4 hole hitters, but he's got to focus here because this guy, the 5-hole, is just as dangerous.
At the plate, Greg Deichmann, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Digging in, Adam Wainwright.
Leading off for the Cardinals, the pitcher, Adam Wainwright.
First pitch of the at-bat. Looked like the sinker there dipped a little below the knees.
Well, that rain is really coming down right now. It's raining cats and dogs. You got to make sure you don't step in a poodle. That's as hard as I've seen it rain all afternoon. Everyone, it's so much harder to concentrate when it rains.
The 1-1 home.
Ball.
Hit down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Now here's the pitch.
Ball. Look down.
Line to the right side. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out. So with one away, we'll take a look at the standings here, and it'll show you that these guys have already wrapped up the division race as they've set their sights now on the postseason. Digging in the switch hitter, Tommy Edman. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And now the third baseman sneaks into position to cover a potential drag bunt. First delivery to him on the way. Low for ball one. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike. One out, nobody on. And right into the shift. He's got to hurry. On to first, and there were two down.
The back, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Standing in, Paul Goldschmidt. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. A ball and a strike to the Cardinals' first baseman. Now the 1-1 pitch. Ripped down the line. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Welcome back to Busch Stadium as we send it down to Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
All right, Heidi, thank you. And it's fouled away. Bodie, originally from the Centennial State of Colorado. He was taken in the 18th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
The 1-1 home. It's a breaking ball that's taken for a ball. Hit softly on the ground to third. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
So digging in now, Wilson Contreras. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Now here's the pitch. On a line, that's a base hit.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
So now to the plate, Sergio Alcantara. As he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here. 0-2.
Hey, if he's going to get swings and misses at balls up and out of the zone, he's going to continue to go there.
A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the second time this afternoon.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Kyle Hendricks will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
Now a cut fastball, but that doesn't threaten the zone. It's even at 1. Cubs pitcher at the plate, trailing with a 1-2 count.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
And a sinker. Cold strike 3 as he's rung up and the side is retired. 1 left for the Cubs, but they lead it 1. Stepping up to the plate, Tyler O'Neill. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
1 ball, no strike.
High in the air out to center field. Bryant is there, and he has it for the first out.
Up next to the Cardinals, the center fielder, Harrison.
1 man gone for the Cardinals in the 4th, and into bat next, one of the fastest players in all of baseball, Harrison Bader. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th.
Now batting, third baseman, Yepes.
Stepping in, Juan Yepes. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch on its way.
Man, this guy's in a good groove right now. 7 straight retired. He's locked in.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Outside for a ball, 1-1. One and 2.
Playing 12, 1-2.
And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Hits this one hard the other way, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Now batting, right fielder,
Into the box, Lars Nootbaar, as he sends a soft bouncer to the right side of the infield. Throw will be well late as he reaches it first. Yadi Molina digging in now as he grounds one briskly to short. There's Baez, and the 2-out threat will not come to. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring up the multi-gold glover Jason Hayward. First delivery to him on the way. Starts him with a breaking ball this time. Misses down and in for a ball. 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. Now here it comes. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Now here's the pitch. And the sinking fastball. Called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. As we look at all 5 pitches, notice the location. All 5 down in the zone. Some guys are real good low ball hitters.
Now, meanwhile here, this ball's hit fairly well down that left field line, and it's going to stay fair. It's a home run. Chris Bryant leaves the yard with a solo shot. Home run number 51 on the year, as the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
He's one of the best home run hitters in the league, and rightfully so. You're not going to get cookies thrown at you every at bat. Most guys can handle a fastball, but he waited back on that off-speed pitch and drove it right out of the yard.
And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate, as Wainwright's able to jump ahead of him here with strike 1. It was a walk in his last trip. In there at the knees, 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. 2 runs, 5 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive. Not being very aggressive right now.
Here now the 2-2. It's laid off, and the count runs full.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And, whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4, according to Woody Keller.
Well, he gives up the walk, but that was a really good pitch. Might have been just out of the zone, but not by much. A lot of guys would have gone fishing for that pitch, so sometimes the hitter just outlasts you.
So coming to the plate, Javier Baez. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park, just like he did back in the second. First pitch coming from Wainwright. And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike 1. And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. Strike 2.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that 2-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
And before the pitch here, time is asked for and granted by Woody Keller, the home plate umpire. Got him swinging in the dirt.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
From the stretch, Greg Deichmann is at the plate as he watches ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Hit softly down the line at first, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Two out with the man at first. Now a throw over, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Hot shot on the ground to short. He's got it, and he'll go the short way to retire the side. Cubs get a run here thanks to this solo home run. On to the bottom of the 5th. It's now 2-0 Chicago. Welcome back to Busch Stadium as we send it down to Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And one thing he stressed to me is the need for them to have more competitive at-bats the rest of the game. He told me he can't recall many times where they've been able to get to a full count today. And while that's not always a necessity for success, they've clearly had their struggles today, especially when it comes to making things difficult on the opposing pitching.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. A surprise now from a manager that typically doesn't like to shift. He signaled his infield to overload the right side. Into the corner and slicing foul. The pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. And a change up here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Curveball, and he buckled him, but it's full 3-2.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Grounded back up the middle. And this will find its way into center field for a leadoff single.
You know, Dero, the old school thinking sometimes is when you're going through a bad streak like this guy, any way you can get on a little jam shot, even though it wasn't pretty, maybe this could get this guy finally going.
Yeah, I can't tell you how good that had to feel right there. There's moments where you slap that donut off your bat, you don't even want to walk to home plate. You're scuffling so bad.
Adam Wainwright stands in as he looks at a called strike. Nobody out, runner on first. The 0-1 pitch. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be two. One there on to first. So they let him swing with 2 strikes, and it'll cost him as it's a double play. Now at the plate, Tommy Edman. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Now the third baseman sneaks into position to cover a potential drag bunt. A ball and no strikes.
Hey, a 2-out walk right here would be the time run to the plate. Even though it's early on, you got a guy on deck that has a lot of pop.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. So with 2 away, Paul Goldschmidt gets a chance following the base hit. Now batting, Paul Goldschmidt, 1 for 2, including a double back in the first.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
And the runner back. First pitch of the at-bat. Slapped hard the opposite way. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Cards leave 1. They're still down. It's 2-0. Dakota Hudson will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season. Top half of the sixth about to get started, and that'll bring up one of the better clutch hitters on the landscape, David Bodie. Rafael Ortega will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the sixth.
Rafael Ortega.
Out in front of it, strike one. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
And he definitely broke the plane there as he went after it, and it's strike two. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
That's a pretty impressive pitch from a young arm like that. If you could spot your pitches there in advantage counts like 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot of strikeouts in soft contact.
Wilson Contreras comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. 0-1, here's the pitch.
Ball. Ball, go. 2-1.
On the ground to third. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now back, number 51.
Digging in, Sergio Alcantara. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Ball 1. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
A couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
3-1 the count now. There's ball 4.
And that hole at bat, I feel like he really didn't want to challenge him. And I'm really surprised by that because I think this is a guy in the bottom third of the order you have to go right after.
Now at the plate, Kyle Hendricks. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. In there, 0-1. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
And he'll dive back in. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Hit on the ground out to short. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Cubs strand 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Rafael Ortega will stay in the game, taking over. third base and batting in that 9th spot.
Now playing third base, number 66, Rafael.
And the outfielders getting the signal now to play deep. Don't want anything over their heads here. Tyler O'Neill is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a ball outside. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Hayward has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder, Harrison Bader.
Now in the box, Harrison Bader. 3rd trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries. The pitch. Shoots this one over to first. Rizzo is there, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Juan Yepez.
So striding in, Juan Yepez. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And now it'll rattle up against the wall.
And that's just another base hit in a long line of many. Seems like he's been pitching from the stretch the entire game, but somehow he's still got a shutout going. We'll see how long he can make this last.
Lars Nootbaar stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. He's ready. Now the pitch. And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. From the stretch. Too much dip on the sinker. Laid off for a ball.
Time to wake up the offense right here. 3-1 count, all in on something over the heart of the plate.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
And another foul ball. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Left fielder is on the move. And oh no, it's off his glove. And they're on the board as now it's a 2-1 ball game.
The pitcher was spotting his pitches effectively until now, working the edges, painting the corners, but he left this one right over the plate, and it cost him with an RBI extra base hit right there.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. As he'll watch a sinker here that misses. It's ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Cards get 1 in the inning. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jason Hayward will start the 7th in what's been a fast-moving pitchers duel to date. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball.
Well, late in the game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
Now the 1-0 is chased out of the zone for strike 1.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
Right side hit hard, and that's through into right. So a leadoff single here to start the 7th.
Now batting, the third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Here's Chris Bryant now. As he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball one. He's 1 for 2 in this one. In tight with the sinker, ball 2.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
The 2-0 on the way. On the ground to second. Did he get his double play? There's one. On to first, and they get the double play. Well, it certainly was a bang-bang play, so no surprise here that they're giving it another look, and they may decide to challenge the call on the field. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Ground ball right into the shift. Carpenter is there, and the throw forces him to lay out for that one, but he keeps a foot on the bag. Justin Steele gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Digging in now will be Matt Carpenter.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
Infield swung around a bit to the right. Here's the first pitch.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Swing and a line drive. But this will land foul as he didn't miss by much. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Line toward the gap in left center. And that'll be a base hit. So right away, the possible tying run is aboard to start the bottom of the 7th. Nolan Arenado will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 28, Nolan Arenado.
Now the outfield shifts into a no doubles defense after getting the sign from the dugout, basically playing to keep the ball in front of him no matter what. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
Well, D-Roll, there's another base hit making it first and second. They're piling up the hits on the day, but so far not many runs to show for it.
Yeah, definitely a few knocks in the cupboard makes you feel good, and the batting average goes up, but that doesn't help you win ball games. Somebody's got to come up with a nice AB with runners in scoring position.
To second for 1. On to Rizzo, but a little slow in developing as they'll just get the 1 out. So stepping in, Paul Goldschmidt, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Cody Heyer takes the mound now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term righty specialist very often, but that's kind of how they're using him here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this move pans out.
Here's the first pitch to him. One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Man, the Redbirds, they've been struggling all game long. They've yet to been able to get that big hit. This
in the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Perfect throw, and they got him at second. hold the lead. Here's the delivery. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces. Riding in once again, Tyler O'Neill. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Good slider there. Gets a swing and miss. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. Onto the grass hill and gone.
Wow, the pitching staff has to love this one, right? They were down 1, and with one swing of the bat, they're up 2. What a turnaround in this one.
Harrison Bader is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. Higher rarely finds himself in much trouble out of the bullpen, at least in terms of giving up base hits. He's proven to be a tough guy to barrel up. And it's 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. 3 runs already home here. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
And this is where he's especially dangerous, because if you walk him, he can steal a base on you. But if you lay a fastball in there, he can take you deep, too.
And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Michael Rooker takes over pitching duties, looking to get that final out now here in this 7th inning.
Now pitching for the Cubs, number 59.
First offering on its way. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. I'm set with the 0-1.
Ball. Two.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Lifted in the air to right field. On the move is Hayward. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. But the Cards. Giovanni Gallegos has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Javier Baez will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the 2nd inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. No balls and a strike to count. Here's the 0-1.
Ball.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
The 1-1. Misses, ball 2. Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
Yeah, well, down 2. You better believe they gladly take a leadoff walk right here. Anything to get a base runner on and get that tying run to the plate.
The 3-1 pitch. And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
Yeah, that strategy is great when it works, but when it doesn't, it's ugly. And he was here to face one guy, and he couldn't get it done.
Digging in once again, Greg Deichmann. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set, and the pitch. First pitch swinging as this one's hit on the ground to second. And there's one down now. Coming to the plate now, Rafael Ortega. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A throw behind the runner at second, and they got him. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
I can't blame him one bit out on the mound. I'm shocked he didn't pick up the rosin bag and see if he could get a foul ball on that one. He had to see if he would swing way outside the zone.
Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call.
He started this guy backwards, couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Cubs are down quiet. Brad Wick is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 38.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and coming forward the rookie outfielder Lars Nootbaar. And a ball 1-0. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. And he will not have a play behind him. It's an infield single. Now a throw over to first and a dive, but he's back in there. Into the box now, Yadier Molina, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Line drive. That's a base hit into the right center field gap. Here's Matt Carpenter. Hot shot down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Comes set and the 0-1. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Ivan Herrera will get the call to pinch hit here, and he'll find he has a couple of runners aboard with only 1 out in the inning. Alexander Vizcaíno takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away.
Number 11, Alexander.
And he gets ahead 0-1. First and second now, 1 man out. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball.
Playing 12, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there, the straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at-bat, and what does he do? He uses it, holds the string, and gets the big strikeout.
At the plate now, Tommy Edman, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Swinging a soft liner. He'll go to Baez at second for the force, and that ends the inning. Hard strand. Alex Reyes comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth. All set to start the ninth in this one, and next will be the power hitting catcher, Wilson Contreras.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
Off we go in the ninth as the first pitch misses for ball one. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
They say the toughest pitch in baseball is a located fastball. I disagree. That nasty slider is tough to hold up on.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
If you're at the plate in this situation, you're only thinking one thing, and that is get on base. You got 3 balls. It has to be perfect over those 17 inches for you to pull a trigger. A walk is as good as a knock right here.
And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the ninth.
Number 51.
Into the box, Sergio Alcantara. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Ian Happ come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Number 8. Ian Happ.
Fouled off. Happ is a big threat in a matchup like this. He's got a ton of pop against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I think because of his approach. He's not a dead pull guy. You want to try and sneak a piece of cheese in or hang something over the heart of the plate, he's going to absolutely crush it. But anything going away from him goes right into his bat path.
Here's a strike with the breaking ball.
Fucking bad call.
The 1-2.
Ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time. A runner at first with no outs here. Nico Horner will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 2, Nico Horner.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And he won't have to contend with a throw as that misses for ball 4. First and second now to start the inning.
The closer is supposed to slam the door on his opponent, but he left the door wide open with a walk there. We'll see if they can capitalize on it.
Clint Frazier will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 77, Clint Frazier.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Two balls and no strikes.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the harder plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
This is skied out toward right. Right fielder giving chase. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. The relay throw. Throw won't get him.
Good read there at second base to know he could make it to third on the flyout. Now he's only 90 feet away with one out.
Now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Jason Hayward. And their runners at the corners now. Number 33 will come on now and pinch run here.
Number 33.
First pitch on its way. Runners are at the corners with one man out. Slider, and that's in there for strike two.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2.
These are the situations right here that make me miss wearing a uniform. The big spot, the cat and mouse of what's he going to throw. I'm down 1-2. Can I battle back? The pitcher's trying to put me away. This is what the game's all about.
From the belt, kicks and deals.
All right, no more hoping he's going to chase. It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here because this is definitely a strikeout situation.
From the stretch. Lifted in the air out to right. A ball that's carrying. But he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall.
Well, the beat goes on with this guy. Runner in scoring position. No doubt when he comes up, he's thinking RBI. What does he do? Double the drive and another run. This guy is a money run producer.
Ready now, Chris Bryant. We discussed earlier how he was one of the league's best power bats, and he's lived up to that reputation with a blast earlier in this game.
And you can just tell how confident he is in the box, hunting his pitch, not coming outside the zone or expanding it. I would expect him to put another good swing on the ball right here.
And here's a fastball called for strike one.
Well-executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2. Ready now. Two-strike pitch on its way. And this is swung on and missed, so they come right after him, and it remains second and third, but with two away now. Stepping into the box, Anthony Rizzo. The tying and go-ahead runs in scoring position. Game on the line, two men out. And with first base open, it looks as though they'll go after the next guy with the force at any base now in order and two men gone. Now the Cubs' four-hole hitter, Javier Baez. It was a walk in his last trip. Looking to minimize the damage here. Way late on the fastball for strike one. And obviously a big spot here with the bases loaded, so he'll step out to rethink things. Ready with the 0-1.
Sometimes guys get a little less aggressive pitching with a couple of runners on base, but not here. That was two good fastballs to take control of the bat and get the count to 0-2.
And the dirt that time, but a good block there by Molina to keep it close. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Swung on in the dirt, strike three. Throw to first will be in time to record the final out, and the Cardinals bounce back here to take the finale and earn a split of this four-game series as this one is over.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals, 4 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Cubs, 3 runs on 7 hits. No errors. They left 11 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 5 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon, 46,000. The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us and remind you to please drive home safely.